Well, hi there, Jon Modene at RE/MAX Masters. Thanks for checking out my latest video blog for you. And it's about what may go wrong with your loan. And it's a free special report I'd love to send to you. We are sadly in an era and an age in my business, real estate, residential real estate, where 35 to 40% of all the deals blow up. They implode, they explode, and they just don't close unless major triage is done to them. And so what I've done is I've taken some of those reasons, and I'll give you the crib notes here. And I'll share with you why you should be ready to be disappointed, but why it's not the end of the world. There are lots of reasons your loan is going to get bumped and bruised on the way to the closing. First of all, loan applications are often incomplete. You think you've given them everything, but they're not. You've got to get all the right statements, all the pages of all the statements, your Social Security card, and one whole month of pay stubs. On and on it goes. It's not optional. It's mandatory. And if you're not able to do that, you're not going to your pre-approval is going to turn into a disapproval. Your application might lack some money. You've got to bring money to the table to pay for the appraisal and the credit report. The processor is going to need more information, and they're going to need more explanations. Some letters of explanation are going to be required, and they're going to have to be signed. Often we'll get the letters of explanation, and they're not signed properly. The whole thing goes back to the big stack on the lender underwriter's table, and you're put at the bottom again. The funds have to be sourced correctly. I'll explain that to you. The gifts you receive, if you receive them, have to be correctly done and receipted for. The liabilities you need might have more data required to make them go away, at least as far as your loan ratio and debt ratio goes. Here's a very common reason these loan applications fall apart, because we often find the property you have an accepted offer on is going to need some repairs. Now, there's lots of ways to do it. The seller can do it, the buyer can do it, we can even have the lender do it, but it has to be done right. The contractors, the material men, the vendors have to be chosen carefully. There's going to be some reinspection fees. We have to negotiate who's going to pay that and when that's going to happen. Also, the money you bring to the table might not be any good. It's got to be good funds in Ohio, and I explain that in this report. And then often the seller forgets something, which is terrible when it happens, but they might forget some liens they have or some lawsuits or some judgments. And if we have a seller with a common last name, that often happens. Finally, the closing that you're there for signing, and it's all signed and done and is put to bed and you think it's done, doesn't mean it's yours. The loan has to fund, and the electronic wires and transfers have to happen. It can take over a weekend sometimes. It can take a couple of hours. It all depends on who's involved, what title company, and the time of day. Now, all these terrible things can happen, and they'll feel terrible when they happen, but we can fix them, we can salvage them, we can repair them, and that's what this report covers. So if you want a copy, email me as you see here on the website. Email me. I'll send you a copy. You can download it at my blog. Have a great day.